So get ready, because this is kind of cool. Zero resistance equals miracle. Zero resistance equals miracle. If there's no resistance, things happen in an instant. We're never very much in zero resistance. That's why there's not very many miracles. But let's bring our resistance down. Let's turn, if you could imagine in your mind's eye a meter, and you were turning down the dial of resistance, which is another way of saying kind of turn down your brain a little bit for just right now. And it's not that you're not thinking, it's just that you're not absorbed in your thinking, right? You're letting yourself be free. You're letting yourself think a new thought, right? You're letting yourself start to open by lowering the resistance. And what are we lowering the resistance to today? To is joy. Lower your resistance to joy. And imagine that gauge, even as I say the word, how it goes, weirr, like it goes into the, I don't know, it could be dangerous to feel joy. What if I miss something terrible that could happen during the joy point? And we're just looking for joy for a second, joy for a second, joy for a second. But you got to lower your resistance first, right? You got to lower your resistance to the idea of joy by feelings of unworthiness, feelings of fear of, what's happening, or things that you know about, or conditions in your life and your body. How can I be joyful if I don't have any money? That's a great example. How can I be joyful if I don't have any money? How can I be joyful if I'm sick? How can I be joyful if I'm alone? How can I be joyful if I don't have the perfect job? Do you hear it? It's not really logical. It's just a fear. How can I lower my resistance to joy and let myself run joy like a frequency, like a vibration? How do you run joy in your body? Let it move and feel it come from your crown, right through the crown, right through your whole body down to your feet. So that your whole body starts to, and what'll happen as I say that, it might just come down to your eyes, and you got to pull it down, you got to let it, by releasing resistance, you got to let it go down into your feet, all the way down, so that your whole body, at some point, even if it's just for a second, starts to thrum in that Om of the universe, in the joy of allness, in that connection to every single thing at the same time, in that bigness of soul, of spirit. I release all resistance to joy. I release all resistance to joy. I release my resistance to joy. I release the resistance to joy. I release resistance to joy. I allow myself joy. I allow myself to feel joy right now. I am in joy right now. I can experience joy in this moment. It is safe for me to feel joy. Joy is a state of allness. I am in joy as I think of joy. The more I hold joy in this moment, knowing all the things that are happening around right now, and still there's no money, and still the fight is happening, and still blah, 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 and still joy, and still joy, and still joy. I offer no resistance to joy. And I want you to just try to let joy into your brain, into your thinking, into your body, into your cells. How do you heal your body? Right? How do you heal your body? This is how you heal your body. This is how you heal your mind. This is how you heal resistance. This is how you heal the world. I offer no resistance in this moment to joy. I sense the possibility that is when I release that resistance. Feel the shimmering edge. Feel the shimmering selfness of you as you allow joy as a sensual experience connected to your intuition, which is connected to the soul, which is connected to all that is. Allow joy. Allow. And I'm going to let there be silence now. And I want you to see what you can do. Just run it. Run this energy of joy. Notice what happens, where it gets sticky, where it stops completely, where you're thinking about something you're worried about, and just start running it again. I offer no resistance to joy. I am in joy right now. I allow myself to feel joy in this moment. Om, 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 om. Joy. Om. Joy. Om. Joy. And I let that joy touch my mind. And expand it and illuminate my thinking and my imagination and my awareness. I let that joy touch my mind, my consciousness. I let that joy touch my consciousness, my awareness, and my mind, and I am illuminated. And I begin to know. I let, this very particular word, I let that joy, because joy is, I let that joy touch and change and illuminate my awareness. And I allow myself to change in the different vibratory pattern of pure joy, of allowed joy, of unresisted joy, allowed joy. I allow myself to experience a moment of joy. In my consciousness. I am joy in that moment. And we are all, actually, all cut off from it most of the time. Isn't this a practice? Can you feel it, even for a second, to let yourself feel this? To allow yourself to feel this? And then I allow this joy to be experienced in my body and in my experience. But in my body, let's do body first, in my cells. All of them, not sections, not little parts, not just your cheeks or just your fingers or just anything, all of your whole body thrumming in the vibration of joy everywhere. For a moment, let yourself practice for a moment. Practice remembering joy. Children know joy. We remember. I experience joy in this moment. I experience joy in my body, no matter what's happening to my body or within my body. I still experience joy, and that joy starts to heal the body, the mind, the heart. And then it experiences, it becomes experience. Experience in the life of who we line up with and who we meet and the opportunities that come and the flow that can occur and the fun that can happen and the hard work that's for a good cause that is, and the healing that can happen and the new friend that appears and your new favorite music. And it's that poem which I'm going to read in this space in a moment. Joy, 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 joy. How do you do it? How do you do it? You allow it. The vibration. Try not to think about all the twists of fear for right this moment. Just joy, just joy. Allow joy. Just another bit longer. Even for a moment, it will change your life. Use your breath now to integrate this meditation as part of what you know by heart. Letting it become real and realized. And as you use your breath to organize all of this into your body being, allowing yourself to come into tune with this new place, this new vibratory pattern in your body that is yours forevermore. To whatever degree that you stretched into this, that's yours now. That's your new ring past knot. And when you're ready to, gently beginning to transition out of this meditation when you're ready to.